hold on. Let me make sure you can see my ass, Facebook people. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. This dude, I guess he's from the Mayweather camp, right? From the Vegas money men. So I think somebody had a post on there about my man going 50-0 or something. I think it was something about Ali versus Mayweather, some old shit that was on there. All I know is I seen this shit talking about Mayweather versus Ali. So I said on the thing, look here, I'm a major fan of the man, both of them. But I'm gonna tell you, at 140, at 200 pounds, Ali would get him. If they both at 23, no matter what weight it is, at 23, Ali will beat him at 147. Just for those who want to say that they had the same weight. They both at 147. Okay, Mayweather would get Ali at 147. Okay, if they both 23. I'm saying it again on person. Okay, if that was happening and they both at 147 and they both 23, Mayweather would get Ali at 147. However, at 200 pounds, it would be Cassius Clay whooping on his boy. Okay? So I think this dude that he's a Mayweather mug that works for Mayweather, he gonna go in there and say, you're not a fan at all. What? That should be in the dumbest in history, the top 10 dumbest in history. I don't care who this dude is. I'll tell him in person too. I don't care. It ain't about violence and beating them motherfuckers. It's about just telling the truth about men, me. Okay? That's my opinion. You gonna come on here and tell me you're not a fan. Even Mayweather would be like, who's this motherfucker? Yeah. Even Mayweather would say that. You must be up in his ass. You must be trying to be in his ass. I'm just saying, got a problem. I can put on the gloves. You can put on the gloves. Okay. I ain't into using a gun. I will put on some boxing gloves though. At 61, for a guy like this guy gonna try to tell me that I'm not a fan because I told what I said. Okay, I'm worried about what I'm thinking about. Damn, what this fucker talking about. With all due respect, like I said, I've been a major Mayweather fan since fucking 1996. So stop the bullshit with that shit. He gonna come up there and say, yeah. He come up there, yeah, you're not a fan. Because I said what I said. I'll say it again. At 147. Ali versus fucking Mayweather at 140. They both 23. Mayweather gonna whoop his ass. Because the smaller Mayweather get, the more heavyweight he's ready to knock a motherfucker out. Thank God for them people who did fight him that his fucking hands wasn't fucked up the way it was. His fingers and shit. His fucking hands wasn't fucked up the way it was. Well, a lot of y'all would be like, God damn. Because you can't help but go against all comers if that motherfucker really had his shit back. But as you get more in a heavyweight, up to 200, now they both 23 again. Cassius Clay gonna smash this motherfucker. I don't care what's at 200. Ali will be digging his ass. Okay? Because you got to remember, Mayweather was fast, but Ali was faster still. Okay? Anytime you got in first place, you got brute as far as speed and quickness with the gloves, you got Bruce Lee and millimeters in second, Ali. That's how fast his ass was. I I will put fucking Roy Jones Jr. up there also. Yeah, matter of fact, Roy Jones might have been faster than Ali. Maybe. Maybe. You gotta remember, Ali was a heavyweight and he was dashing and smashing. So to that person that come on there, you're not a Mayweather fan. Come on, man. We are grown-ass people. Everybody got their own opinion. Okay? And especially me, because I'm going to say what's on my mind, and I'm just going to say it. Okay? If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But to come in there and say, you're not a Mayweather, ask Mayweather himself. He'll tell you. I don't know if that's true. I've been having a it got to be the real his real face page, his real fan page on there too, because it's been a while since I've seen him on there again. But see, the last time I seen this one that's supposed to be Mayweather on the fan page, this motherfucker tried to give me a $17,000 check and tell him to go cash it in. 2 times, right? And then he gonna bless me. Okay. Now that's why I'm kind of leery of a motherfucker to say, yeah, I'm Floyd Mayweather, but you want me to do that? You a billionaire? You gonna come up there and tell me to do that shit so I can go to prison? So I ain't talked to that guy since then. Who's supposed to be Mayweather? But the real Mayweather, I'll tell you, I bet you, even his ass to tell you that. At 200, I bet you he'll say that cause cause everybody gonna hoop. If I was a boxer, I'd say yeah, I'm gonna beat up everybody. But he knows deep down inside he ain't gonna beat no fucking Ali at 200. Both of them 23. Okay. Because that'd be too much for one thing. Cassius Clay / Ali got one of the greatest chins ever in boxing. Ever. We don't know for sure if Ali can take, if Mayweather can take all that. Now at 147, he can take all that because he'll be way more, he'll be heavier than Ali with speed. That Mayweather at 147 will get Ali. Okay. If they both was 23 and they boxing for the thing. Yeah. It'll take a whole lot of grit for Ali to get him at 147, but see, Mayweather around that, and as they go lower, the more heavier Mayweather gonna be. To the point now, if you was to go down and say at 140, oh man, without a doubt, Floyd will whoop Ali's ass at 23. Okay. Don't sit up there and be, you hating. You don't put the hating thing on there. Just put in the reality that we talking about opinion in boxing, not about hating the motherfucker. But there is a difference. Because most of these people who come in here about Mayweather, they would want to kill him. Why? Or beat him up and shit. Why? Because he went 50-0? Goddamn. Telling y'all lucky he didn't stay at the lower weights. Y'all lucky he didn't stay at 140 and 135. He would have ruled all that shit. He just ruled it. Okay? He'd be up there, right up there with Chavez and all that when he was doing his thing at his weight. That's how Mayweather was 90-0 and all this old shit. Okay? But his hands was fucked up, so he, you're lucky. But what I'm saying is that as you go up to 200 and they both 23, because everybody had that shit on there a whole lot of time, who will beat who if they was in their prime. If it was Money May versus Cassius Clay. Money May versus Cassius Clay. Who's going to win today? I would say debate. And in closing, I got to go back to my boy Snoop Dogg. All right, Snoop Dogg. What is this? What's this here? On the 8th, 7th day of Christmas, Snoop Dogg said to me. Okay. Now, for the third time yesterday, Snoop Dogg came on there again. And like I said, you can't sit there and say that wasn't Snoop Dogg when you got 45 million motherfuckers, friends on there. Okay? You can't say, oh, that ain't Snoop. Okay? Okay? Because if that's the case, you'll be like me, only can go at 5,000 friends, and you can't go no higher than that. Because to Facebook, I'm a poop butt there now. Let me come up with my first million ever, as in the Guinness Book of Rare Records or something. The first motherfucker ever to come out platinum at my age and jamming, tearing up shit with Morris Day and the Time. Of course, Morris would get on the drums. Now, even he would know the deal. Baby, baby, baby. So Snoop Dogg, since you said you asked us what do you want for Christmas the third time now, I ain't gonna forget. Okay. And I'm gonna see the world that we're gonna see if Snoop Dogg gonna really do the thing. Okay. Then on top of that, I'll get on drums and do a spang-a-lang. Okay. Because I'm a badass man. Because I didn't make millions like you have, Snoop Dogg. That don't mean I can't come up here and commence wear down at any of your concerts. Okay. Now, that's how I am, and I love you. Snoop Dogg, my main man. Plus, he smoked weedos like me. He smoked Doritos like me. He smoked Doritos like me. So since you had asked for the third time, there's a couple of things I want. Since you know what I mean, I need a half ounce of your most Bammer weed, half ounce of your most Bammer that you got. I know all of yours is shit is strong, but for me, I just want you to give me your Bammerest one, half ounce. Okay. 2, I want to assist me to get my PG&E back on. I can't do it myself, but I'm afraid to try to get a rental car. It ain't got my contacts yet. I'll be afraid of my driving, especially at night. Yeah, I know you probably can do it, but nah. I want to make sure. Because that's just a one-hitter quitter you can do when you fuck off your damn car, your car and privileges, you know? Okay. So that's why I'm looking at it most. So due to that, I had to reframe myself and come on here and sang-a-lang every now and then. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? With my PG&E Snoop Dogg. It only costs $5.75. I ain't asking for thousands, you know. Normally a normal mother come on here and say, yeah, Snoop, give me 50,000 and nah, I just need 575 so I can have my PG&E back on. The only reason why I say that because, you know, my manager might come up and say, hey, you gotta get that back on or we're gonna have to put you out the apartment. He already told me that before, earlier in this year that I was here. But I had the money to change, do it. Or that you can help me get down with the band, and I can make that easy too. But again, without a transportation device, it's hard for me to really do my thing. Like I did the swing. Because starting next year, I'll be at the band here in Tracy. I'm gonna be down there. Me and my man Tebow, I'm gonna say, Tebow, look, buddy, here's what we can do. I'll get to every get down that we're gonna be doing as the band, featuring Tebow Experience. T-Boy Experience featuring Super Soul Man. So I'll get to everything in Bay to get there. But in us being half, you're gonna have to get me back home. So gay T-Boy, okay? Because no, I wouldn't want you to say, for example, starting next year, we're gonna do it at the Wine Bar, Tracy Wine Bar. Okay, he lives in San Jose. Now I wouldn't want him to come, even if I had to check the money to pay him. I wouldn't. It ain't fair for me to have him come way over here to San Jose and way back, just for the thought of it. So, and I know T-Boy a long time. I've been knowing him since what, 2014, 15, at least. I think it's about 2014 when I first started going to the quarter note. So just for that sake of it, I don't think it's fair for me to have to do back and forth still. So me, I'll get to every base thing that's going down, but you gotta get me back home. Okay? So yeah. So that's number 2. Number 3. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dog. Oh. So the third thing is, of course, my thing that 2 months ago somebody took my badass bike. I had a badass bike, a big fat tires on it. Somebody here in my veterans apartment here took my shit. It was really my fault, of course, because I got lax in my place, thinking, oh, ain't nobody gonna fuck with my bike. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with it, right? Shit. That morning I come walking out, all right, let me get ready. I'm about to go take a bike now. I go out, I think I was about to go to my garbage thing. So I walk up and walk over. It took me about 3-4 seconds. And I was like, And I look back and say, my bike gone. Bike gone. Something I wouldn't have never done to anyone. Especially in my older age. Now, when you're young and dumb, Lord forgive me for doing it. But they got me 3 times. Whoever took my bike 3-4 times. So I did it 1 time. So they still won overall. But that was way then. That was way back yonder. Huh? That type of shit I wouldn't do. And I would not be like, no. These days, because everybody was saying people change. Yeah, people can't change. I did. You don't see me right here running around trying to steal bikes now. And all this old shit. And that one time I did it was on a fluke. Mostly, I guess I was just trying to see if I can get rid of it. But after 4 or 5 bikes getting stowed on, including the one that's gone these days, up to now, the bike guys are saying, okay, fuck up. I remember those times. You're all right now. Next bike you get, you're going to be all right. That's what the bike god said. But this is from all those other times, especially you had a great bike. That was a nice bike. That was a bad bike. So Snoop Dogg, on my third thing, I got a picture of this bike that I want to get. Okay, so that's what I want for Christmas. And in return, me and you can do an EP with me, you, and Damn Funk. Me, you, and Damn Funk. Yeah, call that mug Little Les, the drummer man. That's in dedication of the little Les inside of me. That's a bad man on the drums. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So, until next time, I'll see you